Once again, we learn that Akame is a total badass. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Autoix Nation here, and today I'm bringing you another manga review, specifically the Akame GA Kill manga. We had a 2-for-1 special after 2 months of waiting and waiting and waiting for the next chapter. We got Chapter 58, Kill the Skilled, and Chapter 59, Kill Your Assumptions. In this one, we learned, of course, that Akame is completely and utterly badass, like I said in the intro, and that she's just lethal as hell. She gets into a fist fight about in Chapter 59, I believe, when she loses her sword against these 4 creatures that come out after she defeats Izao and kills him. And they steal her sword, and she gets into a fist fight, gets the sword back, cuts them in half. Which, of course, whenever Akame has to kill, it's completely badass. We learned... Alright, I'm going to rewind a little bit, but when we talk about Izao... He's the guy who killed Lubba when he tried to escape from when he was a prisoner at the capital. And, of course, Lubba's death was sad and unexpected. Seriously. I did not expect that, and it blew me away. But when Izao died, he tried to give his katana, another presumably demon blade, to Akame. He says, "I'd prefer it goes to your hand since you're a swordsman, and it would drink its fill of blood in your hands." But she kills him, and as the curse marks are going to his heart and everything, he says, "How dare you betray a swordsman's last request?" What she says is she was never a swordsman, which was key because we all assumed from the very get-go that once she got her blade, she became solely dependent on it as an assassin and all that. But as we were shown in the anime about Akame's past, she learned how to fight from a very early age, and this was really important because it shattered the whole "I'm solely dependent on this weapon" kind of cliche that a lot of anime characters have, because when they lose their weapon or weapons, they just are screwed. They don't know how to fight hand-to-hand. Akame, on the other hand, can beat up her opponents with or without a weapon, and that just adds on to the badass factor that she is. Alright, so moving on, we got Tatsumi, who we learned from the previous chapter that he has only 4 uses left until he dies, because he's fusing with Incursio after wanting to get more power to fight S-Death and Budo. What we learned is, once he uses those 4 times, he'll die, of course, but he has unlimited potential according to his enemies, and that one chick he buried in the temple and kind of S-Death threw into the wall when he was a prisoner. He has unlimited potential, and that scares his enemies because they think he'll destroy them if he continues to grow. He can hold his own against S-Death and Budo. He doesn't even get stopped in time in his Incursio form anymore by S-Death's, thing she does with over her nice chest. But what's surprising is you never hear enemies praise their villains like that as much, and this girl says, "We have to kill him. It's utterly foolish to leave him alive because he'll someday overcome all of us." You can tell they're scared of him, absolutely scared. And that says a lot about Tatsumi's potential and his skill and how he's growing. He's far surpassed Bullet already in that, and he's evolved his Incursio, I believe, 3 times now. And in these chapters, he goes off to fight Cosmila, the girl who was in Wild Hunt, that the alchemist chick turned into a danger beast. She was attacking these encampments and everything of Revolutionary Army people, killing them by the droves, and even having an Attack on Titan reference by eating some of them with her mouth, yeah, I know that was weird, but what we learn is this was mostly just to lure out night raids so they could fight and eliminate them. So we have Leone, Akame, and Tatsumi left. Of course, the ex-general, but these 3 against Izao, Cosmila, the Danger Beast, and the Alchemist Girl. Tatsumi goes off to fight Cosmila after Akame tries to kill the Danger Beast Cosmila by slashing it. The curse marks reach the chest area where there's like a gem. The gem shatters, but Cosmila still moves, and Akame and everyone else was surprised because the Alchemist Girl explains that this was a Philosopher's Stone, and it proved to be a body double. So Murasame was completely ineffective, and I wonder if the Alchemist Girl has any more of these. Like, she explains they're very rare, and for her country, it's like sought after so much, like it is in any anime that the Philosopher's Stone's involved in, like Fullmetal Alchemist and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Then we learn an important thing about the Alchemist Girl. She's small, extremely small, like short, but what we didn't expect is she's utterly strong. She stops Leone's punch with one hand and smashes Leone to the ground. So my question is, did she undergo body manipulation, or is she taking some type of drug, or is this a natural trait of their country that she came from? And now, time to theorize a little bit, since I'm pretty much done with that whole little section. I'm curious to see, are they going to follow the anime's path and kill off Tatsumi and Leone and leave Akame alive, or are they all going to die? My theory is they're going to stay separate from the anime, because the anime was going to be based off that, but it took its own ending. Tatsumi's going to remain alive, with maybe one use left, or some classic cliche of staying alive through that. Then Leone, she might die. I'm never for certain about that. It would break my heart if she dies, because Leone is just awesome. And then Akame, there's no guarantee for Akame either. Sure, her name's in the title, and most likely they will leave her alive, because they can kill off the main character, but they can't kill off the person who's in the title. But I wonder if when they do leave her alive and who's going to live at the end, is she going to try and repent, or is she going to go just do another journey like in the anime and try to repent as best as she can without killing, or is she still going to kill, but only when absolutely necessary? For Tatsumi, one thing we know for certain is if he does survive, they're going to look for a way for Mine or Mei to live, to, well, wake up. She's in a coma right now. She's not dead, which is a significant difference from the anime. She did fight Budo and kick his ass, but she's not exactly dead. She's just in a coma state, so Mine's still alive. All the other dead members are dead for good, but Mine, we don't know if she'll be back in the next few chapters or at the very end. But Tatsumi, he said to Mine when she was unconscious, he was going to marry her when she's back, when this is all over and she wakes up. And what I loved about this was it shows how deep his love for Mine goes. I know all you haters of the anime and etc. go, oh, there's no development, there's forced and all that, but read the manga. Seriously, there was actual development for their relationship. It took, I believe, several chapters for this instead of, hey, I love you, let's be boyfriend-girlfriend. Oh no, you're dead. Damn it. Let's kiss. But, yeah. Sure, I may sound like the anime hater, but to each their own. I personally am disappointed in the ending, but I'm not going to bash on it as much as other people will. Sure, the ending was unique in its own, and I kind of liked it, and especially the final fight scene with Tatsumi against well, not exactly final fight scene, but Tatsumi versus the Emperor and his gigantic Imperial arms. So, despite the differences, both the manga and the anime were good, but the manga is significantly better. As opposed to all these, well, specifically because of all these things they're still adding. Sure, we'll probably wait like another year before the manga's completed, or maybe even another year onto that, so 2 years, but at least we're getting more and more development, and they're going to be on their completely different paths, so it's unpredictable what's going to happen. What I'm going to predict is the alchemist girl doesn't die, and she's going to have another philosopher's stone to use, and she might find a way to duplicate it and create her own army, as they did, like it almost did in... No, what they did in Brotherhood for Full Metal Alchemist, but she's going to create her own army of danger beasts with that, so Murasame can't kill them. And I believe in the next chapter or two, we'll finally see Tatsumi fight Kazumila and kill it. Because Tatsumi and Kazumila, they just go off onto their own little section of the place. They're fighting, and we don't hear another word from them for a little while. And I want to see how further Tatsumi can develop. Sure, he can only use it four more times, but that still leaves a lot of room for development. Is he going to get stronger? Is he going to kick more ass? And I want to see S-Death and Tatsumi fight to the death. Like, seriously. Akame versus S-Death is alright, but I want to see Tatsumi versus S-Death because she loves him and he's trying to get away from her, and he's kind of pissed at her, but I for one think that would be an awesome fight. And then I want to see if the Emperor does have that gigantic Imperial arms like they did in the anime, or if that was something completely original. Well, that's all for now, folks. Leave a like and comment in the descriptions. Remain my nation. Go ahead, subscribe, comment. Is there something you want to see? Did I review something wrong? Did you personally take this the other way? Well, love y'all, guys, and see you in the next video.